It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, it is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, on this Wednesday morning. And as you can tell, obviously, we are very, very excited to have the cast of The Bold and the Beautiful with us today. But what's even more exciting is that they also took some time to mingle with their fans as part of their South African tour.
The cast of the global hit soapie The Bold and the Beautiful are jet-setting to countries where the show is broadcast, and some of its leading stars came to connect with fans in our Rainbow Nation as part of the show's 30th anniversary celebration.
It's amazing a show could even last that long. I give that to the writers, our producers. They're the ones that really, keep this thing going. We're just the actors doing our job, but they think about these things, and they've been really great over the years, and we've expanded the show to so many countries. 113, I think we're still in. I came here not knowing what to expect, to be completely honest, because I've never been here before. And I have to say I've had the most heartwarming, loving experience here in South Africa. I've absolutely fallen in love with this country, the people. It's great to be here. It's such an honor.
There's this energy here that it's magical. Today was so emotional. We went to these two malls and had this enormous crowd, and I felt so much love coming from this crowd. I just wouldn't have missed this for the world.
It's been incredible to meet the fans, and I love this country, and it makes my heart so full to be here. There's such a culture of warmth and welcoming. Thank you so much for watching for 30 years. Keep watching, because we'll be around for another 30 at least.
The Bold and the Beautiful has a worldwide audience of 26.2 million viewers, and South Africans were thrilled to see the actors in real life.
I've been watching The Bold and the Beautiful for about 20 odd years. So, yeah, it's been a great show for a very long time. 30 years of watching The Bold and the Beautiful, and yeah, I am.
It's a very nice soapie. I love it. I love everybody that is in there, and that is why I'm here today to see them live. Although I couldn't take a pic with them, but at least I could have seen them live today, and I'm so happy going home now.
I'm very happy to be here today to see those stars that I've been watching on TV since when I was still young. So I'm happy. Us Sowetan's are very honored to be here and see these people live instead of seeing them on television.
There was also time for a fun night out with the cast of Isidingo, where the local talent welcomed the visiting actors for karaoke and celebrating the Bold and Beautiful legacy.
I think because they've been just doing such amazing stories for such a long time, the acting has been top-notch. They've got the soapy recipe down pat. That's why they're legends in the business.
I grew up with this. Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, all that. So it's starstruck, but such nice people, man. I can really say some of the nicest people I've met. And I think, they're a family as well. And they're rocking it, man.
I already watched The Bold and the Beautiful. I observed their acting style. So I'm looking forward to actually working with them one-on-one and feeling their rhythm.
It's amazing, it's overwhelming, it's everything that I imagine it to be. And they're super cool as well, so we're having a ball, as you've seen.
After meeting local actors and fans, the next exciting moment on this tour will be making a super fan's dream come true with a once-in-a-lifetime meeting.
So you've seen the promos, and we've been telling you about the day, and it's finally here. The cast of The Bold and the Beautiful are here in our studios. Ladies and gentlemen, from the show, none other than Heather Tom, Jacob Young, and Carla Mosley, ladies and gentlemen. It's unfair. Wow, the excitement is real, guys. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. We're so happy to be here.
It's so good. So did you feel all the love from all the SA fans when you were doing your mall visits and interacting with them?
It was like nothing I've ever experienced before. I mean, we got to these malls and there were just thousands of people, and the energy was just unbelievable, and so much love coming out. I found it to be very emotional. I actually started crying.
Yeah, I think feel is an understatement. We were all sort of bowled over. It was hard
overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But it was amazing all at the same time.
You know what I think did it when you guys did that promo for us, and you started off and you said Mulwaney. You did that so well. It was like, yeah. He's one of us.
I was just I'm sure I'm insulting somebody with what I'm saying here.
It's super well, so thank you very much for that as well. But let's quickly talk about the show, Jacob, the fact that it's been around now for 30 years. This is all part of the 30-year anniversary. For you personally, what is it like being part of this incredible show? Because we grew up on The Bold and the Beautiful?
It's awesome. It's an amazing show. That's why it's been around for 30 years. We got great writers, we got great producers, we got amazing actors, a fantastic crew that takes care of us daily. It's a great team collaboration, and I think that's what truly makes it a success and why we've been around for 30 years.
Yeah, and for you, Carla, other than the gripping storylines, the romances that we kind of ponder over and discuss with our friends and argue about, what else do you think it is that makes this show so super successful?
The fans.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, we are buoyed by, I mean, obviously in a very direct way here in South Africa, by the energy from the fans, and that people do talk about it the next day, and that people do remember 30 years ago that, you know, we meet people who are like, I've been watching this since day one and know these characters.
Yeah. And what is it like, the energy between you guys as the cast behind the scenes? Because obviously we only see what goes on in front of the camera.
Right.
Behind the scenes, are you guys friends? Do you interact with each other? Do you go for dinners together? I don't know.
I mean, honestly, I know this sounds trite and everyone says, oh, it's a family, but it is.
Yeah.
I've known most of these people since I was 14 years old. And so I've grown up with the crew. I've grown up with a lot of these actors, and we genuinely like each other. We actually we have actors dinners when only the actors are invited, and we get together and just have a good time.
That's amazing news. And I mean, I found out to my surprise that you are broadcast in various languages over 100 countries. Yeah. Did you see our South African take on your show? We did a whole show. No, we did a whole little thing here where it was about Brian, whatever. But it's fine. We'll show it to you later. What I wanted to do now is just decide whether you guys are my favorite people or not. And this is very, very critical. Okay?
There's no pressure.
Because of the storylines, there's always been one that had me. It really gripped my heart. It was the romance between Taylor, Brooke, and Ridge, right? So I want to know. I want to know this. So you guys are all going to answer this question together on the count of 3. Were you Team Taylor or were you Team Brooke? 1, 2, 3.
Brooke.
Oh, no! No! I can't do this anymore.
Honestly, I should not be Team Brooke because she has really not been nice to Katie. But I figured if she was with Ridge, then maybe she would leave my husband alone. So
her love life together.
Exactly.
Well, and she's my mom, so I have to stick with
She's
her.
my mother-in-law.
I was hoping you would be just here with me, but okay. Anyway,
But
listen.
Taylor definitely made it fun.
She was like my high school crush anyway, so I guess I'm a bit subjective in that way. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, and we can't wait to hang around with you guys a little bit more. Actually, we want to show you that clip. Can we show you that clip?
Yes,
and then you guys give us your review. So this is what
Okay.
if South Africa produced The Bold and the Beautiful. Look at this.
Mr. Forrester, can you hear me? Mr. Forrester. Mr. Forrester, can you hear me?
Ek het vir jou gesê dit sal gebeur.
So what are you saying this is my fault? Huh? Daddy must wanted to have carbs with his bride, so I said, okay.
Ja, ons kom ons die aardappelslaai plaas toe geneem het in plaas van die knoffelbrood.
Yes, but Daddy wanted something that was kosher and halal.
I reckon these oaks must just chill, huh? Garlic bread, potato salad, a braai isn't a braai without either one. You check, Matana.
Ngiyavumelana nawe mfethu. Ungalibali chakalaka nepap.
Yes, boo. Plus, when the Boks are playing, it all goes together even better. I'm not even sure if I can choose between the Boks and a braai over the weekend.
Hoe is hy? Kom my by.
Don't worry. Box supporters have green blood. They always pull through.
It's amazing to watch it again.
That's awesome. That was awesome.
So you guys like that?
Yeah.
Jacob, what was it like to hear yourself speaking Xhosa?
I couldn't understand myself.
But you did it so well.
You cracked the accent and everything. All right, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll have more from the cast a little bit later on as we find out about their South African tour and how they're celebrating with all the fans.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
All right, well, as you can tell, we are very, very excited to have the cast of The Bold and the Beautiful here with us, celebrating their 30th year. What an iconic entity they are indeed. Now, here's a little something that I had to share with you. Heather, Tom, and Carla are all actually secretly Team Taylor. They told me that off camera. No, I'm joking. I just made that up. But here's something you can trust. Here's a couple of factoids about The Bold and the Beautiful.
Well, it's Bold and the Beautiful takeover on Expresso this morning. And speaking about takeovers, it seems that's exactly what Heather, Tom, and Jacob Young, as well as Carla Mosley, have done on their visit to South Africa. From karaoke's to meet and greets, they've been casting a fan-demonium wherever they've gone. Like what I did there, fan-demonium. I have to ask you first, Heather. You guys have visited so many countries that Bold and the Beautiful airs in, but how does South Africa compare to all of the other experiences?
Honestly, we are very popular around the world, which we love our international fans, but I have never experienced anything like this. It's overwhelming, and it makes me feel so good. Yeah. It's lovely to have, to see how many people really just love the show and love the characters.
But it's amazing. You guys are part of the fiber of who we are as South Africans. We've grown up with you, so we're very much part of our families and our homes as well. But Carla, you're going to be doing something really exciting with one of South Africa's biggest designers, Gert Johan Coetzee. Do you want to tell us more about that?
I'm so happy you said it, because I keep butchering and I try over and over again, and he's such a lovely human.
Amazing.
I'm so excited to walk in his show tomorrow. We fit dresses on some day, because every day has run into each other. It's been so packed, but a few days ago, and his gowns, it was like which one to choose. He's just such a forward-thinking designer, and they're just stunning. So I'm really excited to walk tomorrow.
Exactly, but also such a beautiful person inside and out, hey?
Absolutely.
You would never say he's such a huge designer.
What I love is that he's linking childhood literacy to his show tomorrow, and so I brought a couple of books, some of my favorite children's books that are signed for some of the kids.
That's amazing. And then Jacob, I have to end off with you. Now, I know that you guys have had amazing experiences. Being on Expresso would be one of them. Can we make some noise, please? Yes? Come on. But what have been some of your other standout experiences?
I think the one that impacted me the most was when we went to Soweto and we went to Mandela's house and learned a lot more about the history. We know a bit, and we're taught in our history books in the States, but being there and listening to the people that were running, the museum and the house, and explaining to us about the tragedies of his life and losing his children, and it was just so powerful. So that really stands out to me the most.
Yeah, well, South Africa has such a rich history, and we're so happy that you got a chance to get an experience of that as well, and that we got to experience having you here. It's been absolutely amazing. Heather, what was a standout moment for you?
I think that was definitely one of them as well. And I also, just going to the malls have just been unbelievable, and meeting the fans and just seeing the enthusiasm. It was, just amazing. I've never experienced anything like that before.
Do you find that there are some crazy fan moments where people actually speak to you as though you were the character and maybe ask you, why did you do that?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I had a fan moment one time where somebody came up to me and they're like, I'm going through what you're going through right now. Really? My husband keeps sleeping with my sister.
No way.
And I'm like, oh, wow. Wow, good luck with that. And they're like, well, as long as the kids are all right, whatever.
Yeah. And have you had anybody that's maybe, really come out aggressively towards you for, one of a bad guy moment that you might have had on the show?
Oh gosh. I had one fan too. I stole a baby on another show, and somebody walked up to me and they're like, "You give that baby back." And I was like, "I don't have it for real."
Wow. People really,
maybe I'm the only one that has the crazy fan moments.
Jacob's pretty cool.
But the fans are so lovely.
Yes.
The overwhelming majority are just so happy to talk, and not in an aggressive way, but sometimes in a way that doesn't separate us from our characters, for sure.
It's pretty awesome. Do you have maybe any teasers for us with what's to come in the future with regards to your characters? We promise we won't tell anybody.
Nobody. It's just between all of us. 1 million of us. 12 million. I think there's, for Rick and Maya, it's so much now that we're married and have a child, it's about exploring the ups and downs of being in a partnership. And we have the fortune of being one of the few in a long-term partnership on the show. It's kind of rare, if you haven't noticed. And I think we're really excited to tell that story, and especially, with the surrogacy and everything that's happened so far. There's some fun family stuff to come.
The Avant family,
yeah.
Well, I'm happy that we get to see you together, because, of course, as soon as a couple gets married on a soapy, it's a matter of days before it all ends. So, thank you so much, you guys, for joining us. And, of course, we're going to be having the cast, Heather, Jacob, and Carla with us throughout the show. And we want to thank them for stopping by and visiting our Rainbow Nation as a whole. The Bold and the Beautiful fun continues on the show this morning, so stay tuned.